Any day now.
Press the play.
This is the Awesome Life
It normally works, bro. What you want me to do?
I'm awesome! Team Awesome!
Something's got to go wrong every time.
Every
Awesome
time.
Life Podcast, episode 104. I am Mr. Phoenix.
Here with Chili.
And we got our return guest,
Yep.
Marshall Baker.
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 It almost sounded like Bader.
Oof.
I was like, oh, damn, you related?
That's us.
Yeah. You're a masturbator.
A master debater.
Yeah.
So Marshall,
So much
how many times you been on?
what, 4 times?
Is it 4? I thought it was 3.
I think it's 4.
Is this the 4th?
I'm pretty
that's
sure
what
it's
I
the
was
4th.
I thought this was
The 4th.
the 3rd.
He's had 2 pods since we did this setup, and he had a pod before that.
I've had 2 pods in this setup.
Yes.
I think I think
No,
he's had
this
one.
is the second one in this setup.
Correct. And he only had one before. We've just done other stuff.
You've been on the podcast maybe as a cameo. I can guarantee. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
fair.
So,
Yeah,
so
stuck his head in.
what we wanted to we
Any
wanted
comments?
we wanted to give you something.
What?
This is for being our
Aw.
post return guest.
You're gonna have to give it back, but we want you to hold it right now. It looks good.
Thank you for being a part of the podcast.
Just so you guys know, it says best costume. So
They can't see
They-
that.
they-
I
you're
know,
not
It says
I'm
best
not-
return guest on
It
the Awesome
says-
Life podcast.
Yeah, we'll use AI. AI can make
Disgusting.
anything happen.
Very true.
Alright.
So yeah,
Wait, I have to give this back at the end?
what's new?
Well, sorry, I'm just.
You can put that on the shelf. It'll be there for you until
Yeah.
someone dethrones you. We'll know. We'll put a. I'll get a little label maker.
I'd like to thank the Academy.
Keep going. Keep it going.
You don't know what this means to me.
What does it mean to you? Tell us.
I've worked almost 3 years to get onto this podcast this many times.
4
I've been doing stand up for 7 years
That's right.
with the sole goal
of being on the Awesome Life podcast.
of best costume.
Who are you playing today? Oh, dude.
That's funny.
Welcome
Funny
back.
stuff. Anything new? Anything notable?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's put it up.
Put her there. Put her there.
This is the Thanksgiving episode.
Mm.
What did you
Hell
say
yeah.
this drink tastes like?
It tastes like something Pappy would make. For you. And as you were drinking it, he was like, when we got back from the war, all the boys were jigging down to this right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Pecan whiskey and liqueur.
That is good. You know what element it's missing? Smoke. Like a smoke flavor.
I was gonna say oak, but that'll,
Yeah, there you
we're
go.
both on the same sound.
Yeah.
You guys
get
know
it.
those boxes you can get?
Yeah.
And you light it up and it makes those.
Ooh,
We're in there, dog.
I know somebody who
You in there,
stole
dog?
one of those
Am
from
I-
a restaurant.
You in there, dog?
I'm in there, dog.
I'm in there. Cool.
You in there? Tuck it tight.
Tuck it.
Tuck
Tuck
it
it.
tight.
Tuck it. Tuck it.
Tuck it.
He doesn't
Right
know.
over my head.
It's a Key and Peele reference. It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
It's one of my
word.
favorites.
Yes.
I do
Word.
that to
You
so
in there,
many
dog?
people.
You in there, dog. All right. Cool.
Word.
All right. We're gonna keep it going.
I'ma
So
keep it
yeah,
going.
he asked you what's new. Anything new?
Mm,
New job?
yeah, I think I talked about that last time.
Did you?
Yeah, project.
I didn't know. I
managing
didn't know if
for,
you. I didn't know if you got fired yet.
for
Or,
a roofing company. No, I'm doing quite
Not yet,
well.
not yet.
I'm doing quite well.
nah, good job.
So it's
bro.
in the slow season, right?
It's in the slow season.
Is
Uh-huh.
money still coming in?
Yeah, money still comes in. Projects take a long time, but the roof gets put on in like the first 2 weeks, and then
Okay.
but we do like the roof, gutters,
Mm,
like solar panel detach and reset, fence,
Okay.
painting. Like there's multiple things. So
Does it- does your-
Multifaceted.
Does your company install solar panels?
yes, we have people that we coordinate installs. Well, actually, our company directly installs. There are these very cool. This is gonna sound like this was totally set up, but this is perfect.
He's about to do a pitch.
I
It-
am
it
about
was
to do a
set up.
pitch. GAF came out with these like solar shingles. They're actually pretty cool.
GAF?
Mm,
Well, yeah, that's what the
Acronym.
that's what the normies call it.
The
The
normie-
non-roofers.
Yeah.
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 Non-roofers.
But these solar panel shingles like go into the actual roof.
Okay.
Um,
That's actually pretty badass.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a really good idea.
And then a lot of people have been doing the Tesla roofs, which are interesting.
Sure.
But like Tesla came out with one model, and then a couple years later they were up to 3 models, and like already canceled the first model. So a bunch of people are sitting around with the first model and they can't get it repaired
So do you have
'cause they don't produce it anymore.
do you have those on your roof?
solar panel?
Yeah.
Am I wearing any gold? What are you looking at? No,
Oh, I just thought you believed in your product is all.
I do, but I
I-
just
it's
got
like
to the
us
company.
not
I
driving-
can't afford solar panel to install solar.
What do you mean?
panels.
We both drive Fords.
I'm saying it's like us not driving Fords and working with Ford,
I
bro.
mean,
You
my
gotta.
company did my roof
you should-
and my gutters, so
Okay.
there's that. But
should
like,
put
I
solar
just can't
panels on
afford
the- on
solar
your car.
panels.
Just on the roof of your car.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
that would look cool.
I think you'd be a visionary. with that.
Yeah.
You get 21% interest on those panels too. I'm sorry, but refinance
was
your
really
shit, bro.
good. I do need to.
Refinance your shit.
I do
All
need to.
All right.
Let's keep it going.
I'm gonna keep it going. All right. So we all have a list, and I feel like this topic is
We're
important.
checking it twice. We're gonna find out
Not
who's
quite.
naughty and
It's
nice.
not quite that vibe.
Chris is. Okay.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah. So Thanksgiving's tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Happy vibes. Family vibes, friendly vibes.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a question that's very important. And the question is, what are your top 5 favorite Thanksgiving dishes?
Number 1. Number
Damn.
1.
So you're starting with the best.
With the best, you don't want to count it down.
Number 1 is going to be the last one I say.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with
Okay.
number 5.
Okay.
Number 5, I'm going to have to go. Been giving this a lot of thought. And it's just because of how easy they are to make. They are a pivotal dish to Thanksgiving.
Pivotal.
Pivotal. But I'm going to go with mashed potatoes, number 5, which
Okay,
as an
sure.
Irishman, I know is a bit of a curveball.
Okay. Number
Are you going
5.
to say no to that?
No. I feel like that has to be on your top 5. Personally,
Yeah, it definitely
but-
is. Definitely is.
False.
Number 4. I'm probably gonna go. I'm gonna go green bean casserole. Number 4.
Solid.
Number 4.
That's-
Actually,
Solid.
you know what? No. I'm gonna put. Scratch all that. Number 5, turkey.
Forget everything.
Forget
else.
everything I just said. Number 5, turkey. Number
Okay.
4, mashed potatoes. Number
Okay.
3, green bean casserole.
Okay.
Number 2, corn, like this cornbread casserole
I like
that my
corn.
parents
You
make.
mean corn souffle, kind of?
It's
like a-
almost like that.
Yeah, I know. I know the corn casserole.
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
a bread,
Yeah,
but it's like moist too.
yeah.
The way my
it's
family
souffle.
makes it is a little different than most
Okay.
casseroles in the souffle style you're talking about, but it's
My mom
It's
used to
good.
make that shit. You just reminded me. I might have to put that on the list. I might have to,
Okay.
I'll
yeah.
have to change it.
But
What
up.
do you
number
think?
1, I know a lot of families don't do this one on Thanksgiving, but my family does every Thanksgiving, and we also do it on Christmas. Is the honey rum ham.
Yep.
Honey rum.
Yep. I
ham.
respect that.
My family
Ham.
has a great handed down recipe for that. The pineapple honey rum ham. It's delicious.
Okay.
Ha-
Okay.
We never really had ham during Thanksgiving. That was exclusively
Like
Christmas.
Yeah.
Fair
the
enough.
Christmas
Yeah,
ham.
yeah.
Which
I
makes
know
sense.
A lot
I
of
mean,
people. So it's a controversial one. For sure.
I
Funny
don't
story
think
about
so.
that.
I accept ham.
Last year, my parents were in charge of that ham, and multiple people took a bite, and I was like, at the time last year, the situation I was in with my car and the blow and go. I took a bite of that ham, and I was like, I'm stuck here for a little while.
More rum than ham.
Yeah. And my sister-in-law, who was pregnant at the time, took a bite and was like, oh God, spit it out.
Oh, that's not good. Fair.
All my nieces and nephews started taking bites, and they were like, this is good.
They start
swallowed
acting
that
out,
shit.
doing crazy shit.
Oh, they got really hyper. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Anyone in the chat? Have you
Not,
checked?
not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. Cool.
All right. Phoenix, top 5.
Top 5. Starting with number 1, I'll tell you that last.
Yeah, right.
Number 5, I had to go dessert.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even think that.
I thought
Pecan pie.
Sure.
I'm a
okay.
huge pecan pie fan.
Is that why you got the pecan whiskey?
That's why you got
Yeah.
A little dessert? Okay.
Yeah, a little dessert.
Celebrating
little
early?
dessert.
the pecan praline happy drink.
Yeah, yo, let me
Happy
tell
drink.
you, your neighbors,
They killed it.
they killed that shit.
Shout
that
out
sh-
Darn Brie.
that
They
che-
did.
that
Oh, that's
cheesecake
dessert. Oh my
So good.
God.
It's
slaps.
It was cheesecake with didn't it have some pumpkin too. Cheesecake.
well, the one you had, unless you had the other one too,
Did you have the
but
pecan one?
the
Yes.
pecan one. That's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
That's what we're
basically
talking-
pecan pie filling on
Uh-huh.
top of a cheesecake.
Last thing this
Slapping.
man said to me before leaving that night, he came up to me. He said, "Have you tried the pecan one?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I tried the pumpkin. It's good, but the pecan is on another level."
It's on
He, like got
another-
heavy with it.
Like
I
a
was
whole nother level.
yeah,
All
I
right,
got
so
hyped. I was like, "Yeah."
all right, 5 pecan pie.
Okay.
Right. You know what that number 5 is? The pecan pie is like maybe like your star running back. He's your
Sure.
star running back. All right.
Sure. Important, but you know,
Yeah.
it can be replaced. If
My
necessary.
my next dish is green bean casserole.
Yep. I
He-
think.
He's your left tackle.
Okay.
He's taking, you know, he's protecting
Preach.
Yep.
the quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
All right. Who's gonna be the quarterback? Who's gonna be the quarterback? Quarterback's number 3. And I know that's really weird. That's really fucking weird that the quarterback's number 3. But I'm gonna have to go with the dressing. I'm gonna have to go with stuffing. Like if you had it made right,
The stuffing.
I
the
disagree.
actually, you know what? Scratch that.
Scratch
That. Candy yams. Candy yams.
Even worse.
No, can't yo. You ain't
I
never.
thought-
You
I
ain't
thought
never.
you-
You never.
I-
If you've had
You,
that
you,
done
never,
right,
you
it's
never
one of
had
the
you
best
never you
dishes.
never had a you never been a black person's Thanksgiving.
I'm not a
Yeah.
sweet potato guy.
Ah,
Yeah.
dude,
I'm not.
you haven't had it done right.
You haven't had it done right. All
You
right.
haven't had it done
So
right.
that's the QB, right?
Make me hungry.
You need a coach. All right.
Mm,
Your coach is the turkey.
mm.
Turkey's the centerpiece.
Mm.
Everything
It's
goes
important.
everything goes through
It's
the coach.
important.
Your Bill Belichick, your Andy Reid, your Don Shula's, your
Mhm.
Jimmy Johnsons back in the day.
Mm.
You got to have the turkey right, because if everything flops if the turkey isn't good, everything flops. But then you need your Tyreek Hill, number 1, right? You need your Devontae Adams, you need your Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's what you need, and that is mac and cheese, the most superior dish on a Thanksgiving table, without a doubt. Number 1. And if you go to my house, it's jalapeno bacon mac and cheese. Holla at me.
Word. Fair enough. I don't agree with all of it, but you definitely had some important ones. So my top 5 Thanksgiving Day dishes.
Potato salad with raisins in it.
Unsalted turkey. No. All right. All right. Number 5, I got mac and cheese because it is very important. You do it the correct way. But I wouldn't say it's a staple of necessarily Thanksgiving Day dinner. That's why I got it at 5. All of us had the same one at 4, green bean casserole. It's delicious. I mean, again, you do it right. It's fantastic. Number 3, right in the middle because you have to have it, turkey. And granted, your turkey's, potentially higher up on the list. It's a staple. It has to be on the list, I feel.
And it
but
has to be good.
that's the thing. As I've also had some turkey that's, it's dry.
Dry as fuck.
It only
When
works
I
if you
was-
dump a whole bunch of gravy on it.
Oh, yeah.
But a good turkey is absolutely crucial.
I think we were both thinking of like the good turkeys.
Oh, yeah. Again,
Whether it's deep fried, whether it's smoked, whether it's
sure.
flipped upside down
I
on
mean,
accident and it
baked
ends
in
up
the juices.
and it was a genius idea. It
Yep,
fucking-
yep.
bro, I can't believe when I looked at the turkey, I was like, why
It's
does it look
it's
like that?
upside
I'm
down.
playing video games out here.
Oh,
Marshall.
Number 2, I do got ham, and it does have to be done right, honey glazed or with pineapple, however it is. Just
Bourbon.
because I do prefer ham over turkey, that's why I got number 2, and number 1, the staple, garlic mashed potatoes and gravy. I got a number 1. It ties the whole shit together.
Those are two items though.
It's combined into one.
No, because
I-
gravy goes on turkey too.
All right, fair enough. You can
And stuffing.
All right, you can put your mac and cheese on the turkey if you want to, dog. Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Arguably,
Number one.
My family had those mashed potatoes all the time, every year. Arguably, the part that made it the Thanksgiving mashed potatoes is the gravy. So
Yeah.
I'd have to.
I was gonna say honorable mention is gravy itself. That is so
I guess.
important.
Yeah, but again, you don't. Most motherfuckers aren't just scooping out the
No,
gravy
but
and eating it. So mashed
it-
potatoes
it
is what I
is-
think the gravy goes best with. That's why mashed potatoes and gravy.
Well,
is
I ain't
one.
making no mashed potatoes tomorrow, and we gonna be just fine.
You
But
can
no,
put
your
it
mashed
in
potatoes
that
were good. I
mashed
had a
potato.
taste. I had a taste.
They're solid. I
They're
could have. They could have been maybe a little creamier, I think. But I was
Look-
also trying to keep them warm for
For
about
our-
an
yeah,
hour.
yeah.
So
because
you
someone
do
was
what
a
you
little
can.
late.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna point elbows. Or
yeah, we're not gonna point fingers or.
I said
anything.
elbows.
Yeah, no, and we're not pointing fingers either.
For a man with a not fully defrosted turkey the morning of Thanksgiving, I think I did pretty good.
Oh, you did great. It came
Yeah,
out
yeah.
delicious.
I think only
Fantastic.
being 30 minutes late was not that bad.
45.
Well, it's your usual. We expect you to
That's
be
my
at least
usual time.
30 minutes late.
He told me
So
there's
why
white
were your
people time, black
potatoes
people
fried back
time,
then?
and
And then
there's
there's Marshall
Marshall time.
time.
Yeah,
that's
100%
very true.
accurate.
Very true. Alrighty. Talk about the best.
What is the worst dish
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving?
Start it off, Marshall.
Well, if you go into your family's Thanksgiving,
Your
like
auntie
aunt-
made it.
Your auntie made this,
And it was
this chili
terrible.
turkey that
Yeah.
she usually makes.
Your mother-in-law made it.
I think we might need to take turkey off the list for this part because if it's not made well, it's
It is the worst part of
night.
the dish.
It's the worst part of the.
I think you have a
night.
valid point for that.
And-
So bad turkey or
Here's my main one. I'll have to go with, and this is gonna be controversial. Is pumpkin pie.
I agree.
Worst dish of
That's
Thanksgiving.
one.
Here is why.
Go for it.
Because
Talk to me.
pumpkin pie is a delicious pie. It's a fantastic pie, but it is a tricky pie. And a lot of people fuck up their
You
pumpkin
saying
pies.
it's hard to get right?
And I agree. I think a pumpkin pie is hard to get right. And a good
There's a
pumpkin
lot
pie-
of bad pumpkin pies.
Yeah, like a mediocre pumpkin pie, you'll get most of the way there. You'll get to the crust, and you'll be like, I kind of don't want to finish the rest of my slice here. Or
Mhm.
you're drowning it in
And whipped cream. And sometimes that's the only way to
That's
save
most
it.
of the pies. But every once in a while, you get a good pumpkin pie, and it's one of the best pies you'll ever have. But only when it's made
So
perfectly.
I'll tell you the best pumpkin pie I ever had was actually Kylie made the best pumpkin pie I've ever
Really?
had. She did a fantastic job with that. I hate pumpkin pie. I like sweet potato pie over pumpkin pie. Personally, pumpkin pie is usually very bland. It just don't
Not
hit.
great
It
flavor.
just don't hit. It don't hit. But when done right, it can be excellent. However, so you got the turkey, you got that. Something that I put in my top 5, I've also had my worst experience with. So I used to do Friendsgiving like you.
Okay.
Shit, it was like a community event, bro. I had like 30 people in my fucking house.
Damn.
Motherfuckers was sitting on the floor eating. That's
Jeez.
how bad it was. And I had a customer that I sold a couple cars to. I invited him. He'd come to fight nights a couple times.
I think I know who you're talking about.
No, not him. Not him. Not
Oh,
not
maybe I
Matt.
don't.
Not Matthew. His name's Michael.
Oh,
Michael Laws.
damn.
He's like, dude, I'm gonna bring my candy yams. My candy yams. Like sweet yo, like he's like, this is passed down from my mom, from my grandmother. Let me tell you something. I've been into that shit, and I was like, this shit was horrible. It looked like he took the yams and just poured them in and just threw it in the oven, and that was it. Did nothing to it. It was gross, like absolutely gross, and no one ate it. Meanwhile, someone else made. I think Kylie made candy yams that year, and everyone ate hers, but no one touched
Really?
this motherfucking shit. It was terrible.
Damn. So it is specific. It is
got
case
that
by
right.
case. Yams are trash. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't like sweet potatoes.
There are people who have the
And
same
sure,
opinion.
you can say yeah if it's
Pumpkin
done
pie.
correct. Would I like it? Probably. Honorable mention stuffing. I don't give a fuck about stuffing.
Oh,
so.
bro, you gotta have
I'm
it done
doing
right.
Sure,
cran-
again,
I'm doing
specific,
cranberry
maybe.
sauce is my honorable mention, and I'm talking about the jelly kind in the can.
You don't like
Sure.
cranberry sauce?
No,
Well,
it's my
he's talking
honorable
about
mention.
like
Oh,
just
has like
Dump it over and it's still it's like
the
gelatin.
jelly
Yeah.
right there. It's
I
like-
love that shit.
I love that shit too.
I slice it and
Oh.
I put it on top of the turkey, and then you know what's the best thing? The sandwiches the next day.
Oh,
Bro,
that's fair.
that is
Put that on there,
bro,
put some
th-
gravy
It adds
on
extra
we're going
flavor.
we're going viral with this. I'm doing a turkey sandwich of all turkey sandwiches. You should film me making it so it's legit. I want to do it, and then I want to do the little fucking. I'm just a small channel. Just
Yeah.
just try.
But I have no
supporters.
supporters. That's funny. Okay.
Yeah, about to do that, but we're gonna keep it going. Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it going. How's comedy been? How's comedy been recently? You know,
It's been fine.
any shows? Any
Any hope? No.
any hoes?
Any shows?
Many shows? Many hoes?
No, nothing. No, like paid gigs or anything. Been doing
Anything just for fun?
Yeah, I've been doing some shows for just for fun here, a little open mics here and there. I have been. There's been a few places. No. There's been a few places.
I don't remember drinking it.
Alcoholic much?
You watch the whole. He just drinks it all. He's like, who drank my drink?
Just downs the bottle.
He drank my booze.
They took their gerbs.
They took her drugs. I love that. No, I've been in talks with a few venues though. I'm debating
What up,
putting
G the
together,
kid?
putting a one-off together.
I'm not sure who that is, but appreciate you joining.
Shit, I haven't hopped on the live
That's
stream.
one of my
yet.
fans right there.
Is
G
it
the-
G the
One of
kid?
Sam's
It
students.
sounds exactly like someone who would be.
It's one of
Yeah.
Sam's students.
Is it?
No, I have no clue.
Oh,
It sounds like it. Really does.
That's
Sorry, you
funny.
got too excited. I was going to keep it going the whole podcast.
I'm
but
gonna
you
keep
got
it going.
too excited.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I've been in talks with a few venues about putting a show together. In my head, I just want to do it as a little bit of a one-off. But the venues have had a few people putting shows on. They're not really like big venues or anything, but they're fun.
You're good. You're
Okay,
good.
I
I
was
was
like,
just.
whoa,
You're fine. You're
who's
fine.
that sexy?
It's you from the
sexy voice
future.
man? Yeah.
Just
That's-
bitch
that-
slaps you and
Uh,
leaves.
One of the venues is actually a cool place. It used to be a brothel back in way back in the day in like the 1850s.
Are you talking about Mona Lisa? Are you doing an open mic at Mona Lisa?
No, I've been chatting a little bit with the owners of it's not Mona Lisa. It's Ophelia's. Do you know Ophelia's up in Denver?
No.
He says trying not to blow it up too much or anything. Because literally nothing's solid at all, but they're interested.
Are they?
Okay.
Yeah, they have a guy who's doing some stuff. It's a cool venue. The reason why I want to do it there is it's got the main venue level
Okay.
and all the chairs and the audience would be right there. But then they have a second level where the floor is cut out right at the stage, and so the second level looks down on the stage.
How do you know it was a brothel?
It's like part of their whole vibe.
They advertise it?
Yeah, that's why it's the same name it's always been. Ophelia was like the bitch. She was 100% that bitch
She was
who,
that big.
who ran that brothel.
So
Mhm.
Mona Lisa, I know I mentioned that.
Mhm.
That I don't know if you knew that, but that was a brothel in the 1800s.
No shit.
I mean, it's named the Mona Lisa.
Yeah,
Mona
Mona Lisa.
Lisa.
And now you can go get mid fondue there.
Oh, I thought you were about to say like head or something.
Yeah.
Now you can go get mid pussy there.
No.
It's still a brothel.
You itch a few days afterwards, but it's not a problem.
That's funny.
So nothing too crazy along those lines.
Okay.
I've been coming up with a few things that I'm curious about doing, like comedic social experiments, which I thought we could do through this channel.
Okay.
One idea with that is I would go to a park with an instrument and a speaker. Like we find a popular park, and the goal, I can't play an instrument. So the goal is to go out there and play an instrument for so long, so badly to the point where somebody pays me to stop. And that's the social experiment is can I get someone to pay me
You
to
might
stop?
get someone to fight you.
I was gonna say you'd have to be in a very public place because the people are just gonna leave. They're not gonna pay you to stop.
I know. It's going to be a pretty public. Yeah. That's it's a tricky social experiment. I'm not
Someone
denying
just
that.
grabs your guitar and smashes it.
But yeah, that could
It
happen.
needs to be a violin. It has to
Yeah.
be like where it pierces
Oh
Mm.
yeah,
your
it's
ears.
got to do
Mm.
damage.
Yeah, absolutely.
True.
Yeah. So I kind of want to just push people's boundaries a little bit and see if
Okay.
see if they'll get a little impolite. which the odds are very high. Which I wasn't really thinking about that, but you bring up some good points. Maybe some like hockey pads.
Some hockey
Just have
pads.
a camera set up somewhere, and
No, we'll go with him. We got to support him. He
Yeah, well,
supports
you're
us.
gonna
We
have
got
to.
so when he gets his ass whooped, we'll be there
Yeah,
for
we'll
you.
be there.
Well, yeah, you'll be there to watch.
I'll be like,
I ain't-
don't stop, don't beat his ass.
Yo, some
Do it for
people,
the
some of
man.
these pranksters, bro, like really be.
Getting out of control.
Yeah, dude.
Getting out of
The
control.
guy Jay all day, the guy who does menino,
Oh yeah.
chupapi menino,
Yes.
gets in people's ears and just fucking starts rattling that
Yeah.
shit off.
So
Yeah.
some of it's actually pretty funny, but some of it I'm like, oh, dude.
Yeah,
what?
yeah. You
I
you
don't
do
know.
that to the wrong
Is
person.
he the same guy who like goes to hoods and like
No, not
tries to
him.
check people?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit?
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
dude, you got to be careful.
You want to get punched? You want to get punched, Holmes?
Yeah.
And then he'll pull out fruit punch. Like,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that
yeah,
guy.
dude,
yeah, that
yeah.
guy's a fucking.
You got to be careful, man.
The goal of that isn't so much to be like a prank show. It's more of just to kind of see where people's politeness boundaries are at and how honest people will be. So like
Oh,
my
you-
goal with it is to like come off like I'm really trying.
No, I mean, take it a step further. Go up to people and be like, hey, you know, like I'm an aspiring musician. Like, would you be willing to
You
let
have
me
a
know
small
what you
channel.
let me know what you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah,
And
that's
then
part
like
of what I would do.
just botch it and see if they're gonna lie to you or if they're gonna like tell
Yeah.
you you're trash.
Yeah.
So
See,
that's
see
good.
how honest people will be.
Bro, you know who Drewski is?
Mhm.
Yeah, Drewski.
Drewski
Yo,
cracks me up.
he did a like a almost like an American Idol type of thing, like a talent
Yeah, I
scouting
seen
in,
that.
in like Nigeria.
Oh,
Bro, he's a savage, bro.
yeah.
He's an absolute savage.
Mm.
And then a chick with a fat ass will come on and be like, "You're signed."
Yeah.
Correct.
That's
talent.
hilarious.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But anyways, you guys have been friends for how long? How many years?
Running up on 20,
Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close to it.
kindergarten. Yeah.
Mhm.
So like a lot of my closest
He's
friends,
20. I'm 26. I was 6 years old.
In kindergarten, yeah.
Kindergarten, yeah.
a lot of my closest friends, we love each other. We've been friends for a very long time, but we've definitely had beef and we've definitely thrown punches at each other or
Mm-hmm.
wrestled each other and we fought.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys ever fought?
Yeah.
Fuck ton times.
lot.
A
We
whole
lived-
bunch.
We lived together for 3 years. You're gonna
So-
fight a little bit.
So
Yeah.
when you say fight, did you guys like just wrestle or did you guys throw?
Oh, we throw
Throw
hands,
punch.
there were
yeah.
a couple nights, some
There'd be nights where we'd wrestle.
chins.
I
were clicked.
remember one time in particular at Bonfoy in the kitchen.
Yeah.
It got out of control, and like I don't even remember what the issue was, but we just start punching each other, and it was in the chest, and we're like throwing hard, and then it keeps getting more like we're going hitting each other harder and harder, and it was getting intense. And then I remember I tried to uppercut Marshall, and I hit him in the chest, but I like clipped his chest and I popped him right in the face.
Twice. You threw like two that one after the other chipped off my chest and hit my chin.
Hit him pretty good.
And just went boom, boom.
What up,
Yeah.
Corey?
Corey.
That made me see red.
Oh yeah.
Like genuinely.
Oh, yeah.
I've always maintained pretty good control
Yeah.
in fights in life. And that's been helpful. But that made me see a little red.
Yeah. That one was bad.
You got
We had to
pissed
come-
off.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went to start throwing. I went to hit him in the face. I was starting to throw. And
Yeah.
and I think Chris recognized that those clipped the chin and that got
Oh,
me
yeah,
a little
yeah.
upset.
Because I genuinely didn't mean to hit him in the face. 'Cause
Yeah.
The face was off limits. So
Off
bodies, anything
Nathan
else.
Nathan and I have both punched each other in the mouth.
Yeah.
Mm.
And again, you get hit in the face and it's just red, like you
Mhm.
said.
And then like growing up, Greg, like those are my two closest friends. Like
Mm.
I've been blessed. I have a lot of really good friends that I've had for I have quite a few that are over 20 years of friendship, and I have quite a few 15, 10 years. But Greg and Nathan are like the two my two closest friends.
Yeah.
And I definitely would get kind of picked on by Greg as a kid. Like he was athletic, he was strong, and like I was just some fat kid, and he's like my rival.
He was the biggest op.
He was like he was my rival.
Metaphor.
Greg's my biggest op too.
great friend. Hey, he backed me up plenty of times when other people fucked with
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
But like, it's just what it is. He kind of like big brothered me, even though we're only like 9 months apart, or
Mhm.
11 months apart. But anyways, it was funny. I grew up. We got older, and we went on a trip together, and we kind of got into it, and we like wrestled it out. And he would always dominate me in wrestling. And then that was the time I was like, nah, it ain't happening no more. It was like a stalemate. It was like
Yeah.
a stalemate. And then that, we grew up and never had that problem again.
Yeah.
But like,
I remember one time we had to have been in elementary school. Most pain I've ever seen Marshall in is when, and he started this shit too. We were just chilling, and he tried to
what up, Crystal?
tackle me off my
Thanks
bed.
for joining the pod.
And he tackles me
Oh,
off the
yeah.
bed, and I land right on his foot, and he dislocates his big toe.
Yeah.
And so he was not screaming, but Marshall's
wasn't-
pretty tough. He was like, ha, ha, ha. Like, just
I think at that time we were doing this weird thing where we would cuss, but we wouldn't cuss. We'd go, "What the?"
kind of again,
'Cause
we're
we
in
were in
elementary
elementary.
school.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
I was
funny.
dragging you off of the futon,
Was it a futon?
Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah,
in
it
you
was
my-
were
in the living
jacking
room.
him off the futon.
dragging him
Oh,
off.
I know,
the
I'm just-
futon.
whoa, yes.
Yeah,
That was a joke.
that was once my foot healed.
And believe it or not,
That's,
yo,
that's
but
fucked.
you know what's funny is the biggest, probably the biggest beef we ever got into, like actually pissed at each other, was in 6th grade. We were making a board game. There's 3 of us.
Making
It
a
was
board
us
game.
and Scott
Mhm.
Frederick.
I don't think we even got into a beef with each other. I
No,
think we
it-
were just pissed.
no, I remember you. I don't even. Again, it was 6th grade. I don't remember the
Yeah.
specifics, but like we didn't talk to each other for like a week or 2 weeks over some board game that
I'm
we
not
were
gonna lie,
making.
I don't even remember that
Oh, I do.
at
Again,
this point.
I mean, is there any other notable time that we were just beef,
No,
like
I mean,
actual beef,
the
not
thing.
just?
I think part of the thing that led to such a long-lasting friendship is we're somewhat on the same page for the most part, somewhat of the time. 60% of the time, it
most
works
part, yeah.
90%.
So
There was one kid, I was at his house and I put his head through the wall. Like literally put his head through the drywall.
Who was that?
It was Justin Herring. You remember
yeah.
Justin Herring?
Yeah,
I was
mhm.
hanging out.
Makes
this
sense.
kid- I after that day I went home and I had a dream that I was hanging out at this kid's house and he pissed me off so much that I hit him so hard my fist blasted through his cheeks and I ripped his cheeks open and that he
He
died.
clapped his cheeks open.
pause.
But the dream was that he died there on the spot, that he
Yeah.
bled out from all that. And so
Damn.
the next day I told Justin, I can't hang out with you anymore because I took the dream as metaphorical and that like this guy is pissing me off so much. I'm gonna do something to him. I can't hang out with this person anymore. Otherwise, I'll end up in trouble.
True.
But I went over to this man's house and he was like just being a little bit annoying. And I kept telling him to stop. We wrestled around a bit. He stopped. Like he kept doing it again after that. And I was like, if you don't stop, I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to put your skull through that wall right there, is what I told him, word for word. And he did
Bar
it
for
again.
bar.
Yeah. He did it again. And so I kicked his knee out from the front, like did a little oblique kick and it kicked his knee out. He went down a little bit. I scooped his head down into a headlock, yanked him forward, threw him off his balance, hooked his collar of his shirt, grabbed his belt of his pants, picked this dude up, and did a 180 and swung him
How
into
old
the
were
fucking
you?
wall. I was 13 or 14.
And how small was this kid?
He was bigger than me,
Yeah, but that's
but
not,
not
that's not
much.
that big.
He was just like 2 or 3 inches taller. We were probably, both of us were probably only like 90 pounds.
Damn,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I ain't never had no one put me through a fucking wall.
I put his
dog.
head through the wall. Perfect little cutout, like a cartoon.
You
His
know-
head came out all dusty, dude. His head, he comes out all dusty, and he looks at me. He goes, "I'm sorry, man. You're right. That's my bad."
That's funny.
You know what's crazy though about that? The whole thing
Huh.
is that I don't want to bring, sex into this, but I'm gonna bring sex into it. No,
I've never been that mad at Marshall.
no, you don't.
It's been a few nights I woke up a little
I'm
sore.
just saying, like, women fight, their friendship's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dudes fight. Yo, me and Nathan dapped each other up like literally like 20 minutes afterwards.
Yeah.
After I wasn't mad that Chris punched me in the face that night, I mean, we never
Yeah,
felt
whatever.
closer, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's almost like a bonding experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you ain't fuck somebody's girlfriend or something like
Oh,
that.
sure.
Yeah.
Something actual,
Yeah,
like
but
actual
like-
beef.
but
Yeah.
like-
That'll end it. Mhm.
Like machismo fucking just we got egos, bro, and sometimes we gotta
Check
you know,
'em.
yeah, and that's it. And
The
then we
only-
could get on with it. And
Only other story I'll share real quick, and it's because because
Sometimes
it was
you
so
need to
dumb.
punch
There
you
was
in the
there was
face.
one time we came home. Trevor and I came home at the place I'm at now, Galileo, and I was too sauced. I had too many marks at Hacienda, and I just wanted to tussle. I just wanted some beef. And so I get in the door. He'll tell it better, but apparently I look at Marshall and then I run right upstairs to Marshall's room looking for some beef, and then I go back down the stairs. And then Trevor obviously has had a couple too, and so we just like tackle Marshall, but we're way too lit, bro.
Way too
And
drunk.
Marshall fucks us both up.
Yeah. Dude, I'm 4 feet from the door when he comes in, and he's so drunk. He paused and looked at me like this, and then he goes booking past me. He comes running up the steps. I'm watching him the whole time, like, what's this? He's going to my room, but I'm right here. What does he want? And I hear him go, Marshall, let's tussle. Which a white man saying "let's tussle" when he's blackout drunk is pretty funny. It's
Yeah,
pretty peak.
he
peak
choked
comedy.
out he choked out Trevor and got Trevor to tap. But
Yeah,
the thing about me is that unless it's real bad, I'm not gonna
yeah.
tap.
He. I
Marshall
got.
had
I
me
got-
in like a triangle choke, basically.
Yeah.
Is the best way to describe it. And so I'm like, I'm not gonna choke, but I'm like, what I will do is play possum. And so I just acted like I was passed out, and then he let
shout out
go,
to Graham.
and then I popped right back up, and then just took off.
We love you, kid.
Graham and I
Yeah.
used to also fight, like,
Wait.
but we would fight even worse than that. We'd throw kicks. We'd
Hold on.
like,
That was fucked up. but
Graham's
you're
not a
missing the-
small individual.
No.
bro.
no,
You're missing the best part. Is I have him in the triangle choke. I've just tapped Trevor, and like I'm at a point where I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm not actually cutting off circulation and choking him out, but I'm not entirely sure. And he eventually just goes limp, and I was like, and I didn't really believe him at first, and so I kept it for a second, and then I was like, this isn't okay, and I let go, thinking he was like out. And I go up to him and I go, Chris, you good? Because like choking out a drunk person.
He choked you out.
no, he didn't.
No,
actually choke me out.
here's the
Oh.
thing. I'm thinking I did, and I'm like, Chris, and I'm rubbing his chest, like trying to wake him up now. And he goes, ah!
Yeah, and then I just scurry away like a
Then
weasel.
He shouts though. He goes, I played possum, and he gets up and runs away.
Yeah, funny shit, but we'll keep it going.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
ever
hilarious.
come at me saying you want to tussle, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you,
I
sit your
wanna
ass
tussle.
down, bro.
Yeah, that's
Sit your ass.
Again.
Mm.
I don't get lit like that anymore. That was
I said, you
Different
said, I
time.
want to tussle. I said, what? And before I
All
could
right.
react, you
We
were
gotta keep
tackling.
it going.
keep it going.
Go ahead.
Awesome life locks. All right, so basically, it is guaranteed locks. I mean, kind of. I'm 5 and 4, and he's 4 and 5. But all right,
Locks.
That doesn't mean they're not bad bets. All right,
We are not endorsing gambling.
No.
Gamble responsibly.
of course, yep.
You know.
Unless it is a lock. In that case, bet your life savings. All right.
Don't do it.
So-
He's joking.
So this one, I'm gonna go a little more ballsy because most of mine are solid. I'm gonna do a 3-leg parlay, Thanksgiving Day parlay. I got Lions money line, Cowboys money line, Dolphins spread 3.5 plus 245.
You know what? I respect that. But
Plus
you could have
245.
you could have just done Miami money line
Which
and
is
you plus 140.
again. I got 3 legs.
No. I like it.
Three
You haven't been adventurous. You've been
Well-
Travis Kelsey, 3 catches and a
I always go
fucking
by the
and a
rules.
torn and a sprained ankle.
Minus
Like,
120
this
or better.
motherfucker-
I always go by the rules. So yep, that's
All right, he got
my
adventurous.
Thanksgiving.
I got Miami. That's mine. Plus 142.
You know who doesn't go by the rules? The refs during a Chiefs game. Anyway,
No,
continue.
they don't. They don't. We're gonna keep it going. So, Marshall, you've been on a few times. We ask bucket list items.
Mhm.
Would you like to share one?
Yeah, I've got a great one. I would love to go out to Ireland or
Do-
Scotland.
The
Oh,
motherland.
those are
Scot-
two.
Scotland.
Both motherlands of mine.
Oh, okay.
And go to a distillery. I've always been obsessed with that idea of going and taking like a full day tour distillery.
Okay.
Like, at the origin of whiskey.
Okay.
Are you gonna go to Stonehenge? Is that?
Stonehenge would be
Stonehenge?
pretty interesting.
Where is-
I'm
where
more
is that, though?
fascinated with food. I
That's
wanna go to-
Ireland, right?
Yeah. No, that's Scotland.
That's
I'm
Scotland.
pretty sure.
Okay.
I want to go to a place with a good Scotch egg. Have you heard of that?
No.
A Scotch
Oh,
egg.
Scotch egg. I've had
Yeah,
Scotch
it's like a
eggs.
breakfast
Yeah.
thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, they have okay ones here, but I've heard the ones out there are
European
Mhm.
food for the most part is ass, from what I hear.
really.
Really?
I have a lot of friends that travel,
Mm.
and
That's what they say.
yeah,
I mean, people like to
they don't
pretend.
they
that-
don't they don't season their food very
Just
much.
potatoes unseasoned.
Yeah. So
taste
Fair
of
enough.
starch.
they're good at making beer, though. They're good at making alcohol.
It's true.
That's
That's
for
what
damn
makes
sure.
them think their food is so good. They're so drunk.
that's not a
Yeah.
bad point, actually.
Shout out Europeans! I'm coming at you.
All right, bucket list. Go ahead next.
Already.
I going to Scotland, the distillery. That was the bucket list.
Yeah, yeah.
I
go
yeah.
ahead.
we heard you.
We heard
Yeah.
you.
Now, Marshall,
Sit down.
tell us a
I am
joke.
sitting down.
I know.
Stand up.
I was,
Tell us a joke.
I'm gonna stay sitting.
Joke though.
I've got a couple. Okay.
so we're in phase 2. Why don't you tell us a joke now,
Okay.
and then we're gonna
We'll do
circle.
more
We'll
later.
do more
All right.
later.
I like this one though. This one requires you guys to do that like cheesy 80s, 90s thing where I'm like, this guy's so fat, and you go, how fat is he? Okay. So I'm gonna need that participation from you guys. Can
Okay.
you do that?
Yes.
Can
Yeah.
you do that?
Sure.
Okay. My grandparents are so old.
So old.
So old.
God, no. How old are they?
Oh.
No.
You guys cannot do it.
I'm a little lit, bro.
Let's try it again. Let's try it again.
I ran you through the whole thing. Okay, so I'm gonna go. This how old? You're gonna go. How old are they? Okay. All right. I need that participate. My grandparents are so old.
How old are they?
They're so old they
We're
died
cooking.
before I was born. All right. Pretty great joke.
You made that on the fly.
I wrote that just before we started the podcast.
God.
Sounds like it.
It's
Yeah, I-
factually accurate.
Oh my God. All right.
It's pretty old.
you want to give us another one? I thought it was going to be a longer. Some of your
Wanna
jokes are
go
longer.
A little longer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Um.
Do we
A
need to
friend of
do
mine-
deep participation?
No, you're good.
Okay.
here.
No
You're
audience
good here. No, no.
participation.
I only wrote one, thank God. A buddy came up to me and he asked me, he said, Marshall, if a girl swallows, does that technically make her a cannibal? And I said, no, just a slut. These both are anti-jokes.
All right. Let me keep it going. If you were a stripper, Marshall, this is a serious question. If you were a stripper, what would your name be? Now, we gotta turn these cheering motherfuckers off. If you were a stripper, what would your name be, Marshall?
It'd be Tank. And let me tell you why.
Tank.
Because that was a childhood nickname, and most times strippers become strippers based on poor childhood experiences. So I'd probably reach from that, like Batman, but a stripper. Does that make sense?
Bro, I grew up with you. Never once did I hear anyone call you Tank.
It was a family nickname.
J Money.
J Money.
J Money.
J Money.
Yeah. It's simple.
Bubbles.
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 I can see you in a Powerpuff Girl outfit.
Shaking ass.
This motherfucker.
Alrighty.
All right, go ahead. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
The Tinder tendencies. Is there a notable, memorable, crazy dating story,
Oh, yeah.
Tinder experience that you would like to share?
Oh yeah, I
Let's
used
hear
to
it.
be I used to have a good friend who was a neighbor of mine.
You have
when we-
friends?
A few,
Yeah.
a few.
Not many.
Tried but true.
Yes. Go ahead.
When I moved into this neighborhood in Briargate, he was there, and he'd been telling me about. He'd been dating this girl for a while, and he'd been telling me about her cousin, his girlfriend's cousin, and he'd been trying to hook me up with her for a little while. And then one day, she's finally in town, hanging out with his girl, and we decide we're gonna sneak out that night and go get some poon.
You're gonna go get some. Why you say it like a creeper?
We're just going to have to get a poon.
Some strange.
Just a little strange.
Some
Yeah.
Doctor Strange.
So we're in Briargate, right? It's Rangewood, Woodman.
Yep, know exactly what you're talking
Yep.
about.
We go out. I pack the bag because I'm like, man, if I'm gonna get some poons, I need a blanket.
I don't like how you say. See?
I could do it differently.
No, go ahead. Keep doing it.
Okay.
It's. I'm just
I think
being.
it lets you know the quality of poon.
I'm sitting there thinking, if I'm gonna go get some vagina, I'm gonna put a blanket down.
Okay.
And so I had a blanket, I had an Osprey backpack, I had my iPhone. My neighbor at the time was grounded. He was not allowed to have an iPhone, but I had given him my iPod.
Was that Pace?
No, I had given him my iPod to borrow. This was a dude named Cam. I don't believe you'd met Cam.
I remember him though.
Mm.
I heard of him. Yeah.
I'd given him my iPod. We had my family's favorite
That's
blanket.
how old this is.
Yeah.
Because you said iPod.
iPod. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
old. Showing age there.
Yeah.
I had my family's favorite soft blanket.
Like it.
Yeah. My Osprey backpack, which those who don't know, Ospreys are pretty expensive. Super expensive. All right. We're going down to Cottonwood to meet these ladies. Right. We're super stoked. We're excited. I'm more excited.
I'm excited
than him.
for you.
Thank you. Yeah. She was a Latina gal at the time. I had a big thing for that. Because I, hadn't experienced enough crazy in my life, I guess. But we're walking down to meet these gals, and this car pulls up to us and pulls over, stops, and a woman is in the shotgun seat, completely passed out on the dashboard. And we're looking at that like, fuck. Meanwhile, it's 2 a.m, so it's like, man, I don't want to talk to any strangers at 2 a.m. There's 2 dudes in the truck. They both look at us. The driver goes, "Hey, you got $10?" We said, "No, we don't have $10, man. We're just kids." And he went, "You don't have $10?" And we were like, "No." And he went, "All right, man." And we went, "All right, have a good night." And he went, "You too." Drives off. We get to the light at Woodman and Research. We pass the light. That truck had gone just past the light, taken the first right, parked right there at the corner. As soon as we get kind of close to the corner, we hear a couple car doors shut, and those 2 dudes are coming out of the truck, and they're fully masked up, right? And they eventually pull out these knives, and the blade alone, I shit you not, just the blade was this fucking big.
This is a horror movie, bro.
This is a true story, right? The dude, this is a funny story though too. The dude, he like pulls the knife out. He's got it like right here, and he goes, "Give us your shit. Give us your shit. You think I won't stab you?" I looked the dude in the eye and I went, "Give me some time to give you my shit. I do believe you're gonna stab me." 100% what I said. And he went, "Good, because I will." And I was like, "I believe it." I throw my shit on the ground. My buddy throws his shit on the ground. Keep in mind, his shit is my shit. It's not his shit.
Damn.
It's just my shit, right? I throw in the backpack and everything, and then they're like, empty your pockets too. Empty your pockets. And they're like getting all upset. And I had a condom and chapstick in my pocket, right? I throw both out on the ground, right? I had also thrown my wallet on the ground, right at my feet. And the guy who was in front of me, threatening to stab me, goes down to pick up my wallet. And what I found out is you should never stare at a person while they're doing that, while they're mugging you, because he looked up and didn't like that I was just eyeballing him there. And while I was doing that, he just, as he stood up, fucking sucker punched me right in the face. And it was one of the few times I've ever been thrown off my feet from a punch. Because it was an adult man and I was a child. But he just...
This is in high school. I remember.
Yeah, he full clocked
this.
me. I got it.
Yeah.
I milked it a little bit, but I
Yeah.
got out of finals
He's
because
like,
of how
"I
bad
got
the
a
concussion
concussion."
was. I did milk it a little bit. I'll give it that. But
Marshall
Yeah.
moved on to French 4, and I was stuck in French 3 because he bullshitted a concussion.
I got mugged that year. I mean, I used it.
Yes, yeah, you did get mugged.
I get back up and like I'm a little swollen, bleeding a little bit.
You
and
get
I'm
some top?
Huh?
You get some.
Oh, we're getting all of that. We're getting the funniest part of the mugging though, which
McClung-
is
Okay.
I
Oh,
get
we're
up
not done with the
after. We're
mugging.
not done with the mugging. I get up after getting punched in the face, and my buddy is just looking at me like this, completely shook that I even got hit, and like I'm a little out of it, and just in time to notice that the other dude with the knife had grabbed the chapstick and the condom that or sorry, the condom wasn't mine. The condom was my buddy's. I had chapstick. My buddy had a condom. He picks up both. The other mugger, right? I watch him like
So
weigh.
you're planning to not have safe sex?
He said he had one for me, but he lied.
Okay.
He's weighing both options there, right? He's got the condom and my chapstick. All my shit has been taken, and the condom is really the only thing my buddy owns on this little venture of ours. Weighs both options: chapstick, condom. Use chapstick. Pockets my chapstick. Throws my buddy back his condom. I'm sitting there after getting socked in the face, like I gave you guys the most loot. First of all, why are you punching me in the face? Second of all, what are you gonna do with used chapstick, man? Like you've taken everything. A little chapstick on my busted lip would have felt nice.
Damn.
And then they get in their truck and they take off. And me and my buddy are in so much shock. We just, without speaking, we just turned around, started walking home. About 5 minutes after walking in dead silence, we just got mugged. We just got, holy shit, we just got mugged. And then we go, why are we turning around? Let's at least make this like a worthwhile night. You know, like if we're gonna get mugged, at least let's go continue to get some booze.
Sure.
Yeah. So we get to the girls finally, and the whole night before that, this girl I was supposed to meet was talking mad game, big game, mad game. And we get there, we don't have phones or anything to be able to contact them, so we're taking rocks and we're throwing rocks at their door,
window.
at their window. Yeah. And they finally come out, right? And we're telling them what happened. They're like, that's crazy. And then I spent like pretty much the next 3 hours talking to this Latina gal about how she stabs people at school.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you got no poon.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not true. We made out a little bit. And then she told my buddy's girlfriend that I had a giant dick, which is not,
No
she
one-
never saw my dick.
No one believes it.
We just made out. There was nothing down there. So,
Wait, so you didn't get poon?
I didn't get poon. No.
You didn't get.
I didn't get any poon. No.
So
No, but there was a short rumor for a while that I was pretty tall down there.
good. I'm,
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
So one thing, I have a story. I have now two stories. And I'm gonna allow you to choose which story I tell. But before that, I want to tell you, blanket pro tip. That is a pro tip. That is a good job.
Oh, the blanket? Yeah. Yeah.
Clutch move.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
was in Boy Scouts, man. You can't be just rough on the ground.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You.
Yeah. My troop leader taught me well.
Pro move. I'm proud of you, son.
And the condom.
All right. So I can either tell you an outlandish story about a dating experience that I witnessed through a friend that has some hilarious after stories, or I can tell you one of my own.
One of your own. Having
Okay.
that personal experience always leads to better
Well,
stories.
the reason why I thought of it was because you talked about the blanket. So I had this thing.
As most sex stories go, there are blankets.
I had this thing where in my trunk, my Chrysler 300, I would have a comforter, not just a blanket, a
Oh,
comforter,
You were fucking.
and pillows.
The
So-
Chrysler 300.
Yeah. My red Chrysler 300.
Probably
That's
fucking
awesome.
the trunk.
I
That
could.
thing,
That thing's it's big body.
A big bag.
It's a red bone car right there.
It was red. It was red. Chrome wheels. Actually, at that time, I think I might have switched to the Kia Optima. I might have. That's neither here nor there.
Oh hell no! Is this Greg?
Yeah, that's Greg. What up, Greg?
What up, Greg?
You missed the story where I talked about how you used to pick on me when I was young and fat.
Yeah, you bully.
You bully. It's all good. It's
I'm
all
still
love.
taking your money come the playoffs, Greg.
Avery has not been speaking highly of you, Greg.
No, I spoke very highly of you.
You are down in the dumps.
Greg's good people,
Yeah,
but
he's great people.
Not from what I've heard.
Anyways, so I would keep a blanket and pillows, and I would take women that I'd go out to the bar and hang out with, and
I would take these women, right?
no,
Sorry,
no,
just the way.
no. I'm just saying, like we meet up at a bar, or like I met them at the bar, and I'd be like, "Yo, let's go walk the beach. I know this dope area that no one's ever at." Which I did have that area, which now it's like commercialized, and now it's not. It's not private no more.
Yeah.
Well, I go to the spot and lay out the blanket, pillow. It was a good time. You know, I'm mid-stroke with this young lady.
Out or in?
What do you mean?
You said you're mid-stroke. Are you mid-stroke out? Or
no, I'm
in?
no, like mid-stroking.
that's not an important question.
But anyways,
What the fuck does that matter?
so
It can affect certain stories. Trust me.
I'm mid-stroke. Check this out. I'm mid-stroke, and you hear the waves going. It's a beautiful thing. You know how awesome the beach is at night.
Absolutely, one of my favorite
Amazing.
vibes.
She's smelling great
I'm a
because you're
little-
at the beach.
I'm a little drunk. I'm having the time of my life, and it. Oh shit! Sorry, I gotta focus. I'm enjoying myself. She's enjoying herself, and then all of a sudden I hear two women scrapping. They are like on the beach, like on the waterfront area, and they're scrapping. Like you're hearing them scream at the top of their lungs at each other, and that's like a buzzkill, bro. Like I don't want to hear this shit, so I'm concerned. I put my drawers on, my basketball shorts on, or whatever I was wearing, and I walk over to them. I was like, "Can y'all chill out?" Yo,
Trying to smash.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure they were together, but one of them was like probably 2 inches taller than me. She was like butch, like big body.
A big back.
She had a big back.
Upside down bowling pin.
Yeah.
Body. Maybe.
And I politely,
Possibly.
I politely said, "Hey, you guys, just chill out." And then the young girl was like, she's like, "We're fine, we're good." All right, cool. I get back, I'm in it, I'm doing my thing. They start scrapping again. I get up, and I fucking, I get up, I get over to him. She has the little one, like the girl that's probably 5'2", 5'3". She has her by the hair, and she's punching her in the face. And I'm seeing this in the moonlight, like I've seen this large
magical vibe.
I'm seeing this large woman
It's like some samurai flick.
whoop this young girl's ass. And I get involved, and I say, "Hey, y'all need to stop this shit right now, or I'm gonna, or like I don't know if I said the cops. I said something, and then the bitch got in my face, like she got face to face with me, and she balled up her fist like she's gonna hit me. I said, "Hey, I don't hit women, but I will. You touch me, I'm gonna knock your ass out." and then the girl I was with, "No, stop. I'm like, "You touch me, I'm knocking your ass out." First off, you're bigger than me. I told her that to her face. First off, you're bigger than me. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Self-defense at that point.
they yeah, exactly. They walked off, and that was it. But
That's
was-
funny,
that
bro.
was- that was-
Isn't that kind of messed up that like when a woman gets in your face like that, you gotta hype her up before you beat her up?
Yo,
You gotta be like,
I've
You're
never
big and strong. You can take me. So this punch is justified.
I've never hit a woman before in my life, and I have no plans to ever. But like that girl was literally bigger than me, and if she hit me, I don't know her. I'm probably gonna scrap her.
I have never met a person who's been beat up by women more than my older brother.
Beat up.
Which
beat up.
one? Sam?
Sam, the
Sam,
oldest. Yeah. Dude, he's been beat up. He was bullied all throughout high school by this
by this girl. She would punch him in the spine. He would tell me stories of that all the time.
That's wild.
She'd just come up to him while he's walking and deck him in the spine.
You guys are fucking hilarious.
Craig,
Put
$10
$10 on the in stroke, and then Corey goes, "I'll put 10 on the out."
That's
See,
funny.
it matters to them.
It does. It does.
All right, let's keep it going.
Keep it going.
Yeah.
Marsh, you got anything notable? Most spontaneous shit you've ever done?
You just skipped the watch.
Oh, my bad.
Damn, dog. Yeah, you gonna do
It's
me
because
like
it, bro. It was called bold.
Watch. Watch. Yo. Watch. This is the watch. If you're not familiar with it, Marshall, which I think you are, you've been on it since then, but it's just any hot tea, hot takes, sports, entertainment, whatever. Today I got Drake suing Spotify and UMG. Do you guys know anything about this?
I do. I'm familiar.
No.
So basically, he's suing. I understand why he's suing them, but he's suing Spotify and UMG, Universal Music Group. That's also who signed him, because he believes they pumped Not Like Us more than it was supposed to be
Like with a bunch of bots. And
with bots.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's just a fucking smash hit, and it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. It runs. The fans control that part.
Wait.
Maybe there might have been some skew.
So he's suing them because the song that's about him being a pedophile is too popular.
don't say that. We don't say that word.
That's all good. That's all
You
good.
can't say that PDF file.
Why
You
not?
say because
It's all the same. You just continue.
yeah. But anyways, so basically, Drake. Write
Write it down.
That's funny as fuck. Basically, Drake suing them. From what I heard, Drake is in contract. Certified. Drake is in contract disputes with UMG, and he wants like an even more massive contract than he already has. He has a $400 million contract with them.
Crazy.
And they're basically saying, no, we're not giving you another contract. And this is his way of trying to get back at the label for not giving him the the deal he wants. And he's gonna look really, really bad if he loses this lawsuit.
Yeah.
Looks like a sore loser.
Also, not just that, Drake does the same shit with the bots. Like, if Kendrick does it, so does Drake. Let's make that clear as well.
I don't know about that.
No,
think
I truly believe that he does the
Drake
same.
Drake is more marketable than
Well,
Kendrick.
I don't know.
In-
I think
now-
Drake,
now-
I think Drake does a lot more than Kendrick does.
Drake-
you know,
Dra-
if you
Drake-
catch my
Drake-
drift.
Drake's image has been damaged by the Kendrick beef. But before that, I mean, doesn't fucking matter. That dude is just he's marketable.
Sure, but I also
He's
believe
a light
I
skin
believe, I
from
believe
Canada.
I believe
he's
all
Jewish.
I believe all big pop stars, rappers, whatever, like to some extent they bought their shit.
I get what you're saying. The labels bought their shit.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
I think there's a few of them that if somebody proposed to that idea to them,
And
they wouldn't enjoy it.
Just to
like they wouldn't-
clarify, he's suing the label, not Kendrick.
He's not suing Kendrick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that
'Cause a lot of people are
everyone's-
saying
yeah,
he's
he's not
suing
he's not
Kendrick.
he's not suing Kendrick for defamation of character.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yo, what up, Angelo Popo Taylor?
Yo, I'm
says
glad. I'm
that-
glad. I'm glad you know that mac and cheese was superior, bro.
Oh, it was fire.
Yeah, that shit was
Jalapeno
bacon,
and bacon,
gas,
dude. Like,
pressure.
I wish I could just produce a plate of everything I had, just to eat for every meal.
I want that dessert again.
Yeah,
That dessert was fucking legendary.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home, kick in the neighbor's door, demand they make
Yeah,
more of it.
do it
Please.
and then give me
Please.
one.
And then take a wad of cash and hit him in the face with it.
or not,
Well,
or not.
you know
but
what? Actually, better yet.
Back to Drake suing. And I see Greg. You said it's like back in the day when labels bought a bunch of CDs. That is a thing. They used to
Sure.
they used to buy the music just to make the numbers look better.
Yep.
And then if it looks better, then you get more radio play.
Mhm.
And you
So on and so
and
forth.
labels buy radio
It's like
play.
a trickle down effect.
They also buy radio play too. They there's a reason why top 40, no matter where you are in the country, is like the same music because they're owned by like 5 fucking companies. Anything that says power, there's a Power 106, there's a Power 96, there's a Power. That's all the same company.
What about the show?
What?
Power.
You're a fucking
All
idiot.
right.
But anyways, I think it's petty. There might be truth to what he's saying. And I get he wants another contract, and this is what he's doing to try to force his hand to get one, but is what it is. That's the watch.
Watch. Word. Marshall, anything spontaneous you want to share that you've done? Done a lot. Horrible things. Awful. Would you like to share any of them?
Jesus.
Remember that time you touched? No, I'm just
whoa. Don't you be calling me Drake now.
yeah. No Diddy.
Spontaneous?
Yeah.
Well, there's been a lot of spontaneous things. I've done in my
Anything
life.
notable?
Notable. I thought you guys would come up with a few things. I have a few things in mind. Most of them, I'm again waiting that 10-year mark to speak about.
Things you did with Aaron?
Who's Aaron? I don't even remember
Exactly.
that name.
Okay.
I've been around the block.
No, spontaneous, bro. Not criminal.
Mm,
You can do spontaneous things that aren't criminal.
That's a fair point.
that's true. I can talk about something somebody
here.
else did spontaneously to me
Yeah.
today.
Absolutely.
I went into a gas station today and I came out and a lady was scraping snow off my car, apparently, off the back windshield. Honestly, it looked like she was going up to mess with my car and then noticed that I just got out, shifted to scraping snow off my car straight up. And I looked at her
Straight
and-
up.
and she said, "You got to keep the snow off your back windshield, dude. You got to be able to see." And my response was, "Do you just go around touching other people's cars on a regular basis?" And she said, "Sometimes." And so I just busted up laughing. And I went, "Okay, well, thank you for your help today." And I got in my
Fair
car.
enough.
She said, when I said that, dude, she said, "You're welcome."
Oh, damn. I was about to say,
I
it
got
sounds
in my
like she
car.
meant well, at
She's
least.
I
trying
don't
to-
know.
trying to-
It was
Oh, why? Because
unclear.
she
She
was.
gets off on getting snow on.
Let
Snow
me
off
get. Let me
people's
get. What
cars.
was her complexion?
It was white.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It was white. It was white.
What's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
complexion?
She was just some Karen-looking lady. No, straight up. When I came out of
Did
the
she
gas
look like she did
station,
meth?
she was reaching. No,
So it wasn't a methany.
No, she looked like one of those people who might have been inhaling too many like gardening.
She what is she getting
Stuff.
high off of Roundup 360?
fertilizer.
Yeah, some,
Fucking-
I don't know. She just looked like one of those. She looked like a granola Karen. You know what I'm talking about?
Granola Karen.
Yeah, we had a nickname for women.
I'm gonna move you over just a little bit. We a little close.
We had a nickname for women and
It's not gay.
and men who were super hippie. Like, it's a little gay.
Oh god.
Tried-
Are you trying to shadow ban
I
this
tried to-
channel or what?
Already. Keep it going.
Your homework was to listen to GNX.
Mhm.
What did you think? Honest opinion.
Honest opinion, there were a few songs
Few
where
s-
I was curious if they were sampling the beat from "They Not Like Us."
There was definitely the same vibe.
Same,
Yeah.
Similar.
It's not enough.
Similar flows.
Yeah, and not that that's bad at all, but just hearing stuff like that just kind of makes me want to get inside the mind of the artist. And I'm thinking like, oh, I guess, he must have a fondness for this beat, or maybe he feels like this isn't done.
This was
Yeah.
like a continuation of the beef, even though like
It's
not all
almost
the
how it
music was
felt.
beef, but
Yeah,
like
he did do a lot of his R&B kind of style stuff, which, as I was saying before, I love.
Whacked Out Murals gave me the same vibe of like Euphoria.
Mm.
Squabble Up and
I like
Squabble Up.
Squabble Up and Hey Now, or not Hey Now, and
Hey
Turn
Now.
the TV Off
Yeah,
have the same vibe as Not Like Us.
Mm-hmm.
love it. Hey
There's
Now.
some
You-
R&B jams for sure.
Did you see that? So I think it was Joe Button said that Lil Wayne tried to call Kendrick and ask him, or like try to clarify what he meant, what he was talking about on Whacked Out Murals, and Kendrick didn't hit him back up. So he claims
Come on,
Lil
Weezy.
Wayne went right to the booth. So we might, I don't know if I
Let's
don't know.
go,
We might get some shit.
I'm waiting.
When
We,
was the
we
last
might
time?
get some beef.
When was the last time Lil Wayne was in a beef and doing diss tracks at all?
Long-
Did he
long-
ever?
No.
Yeah, he's been. plenty
But
of
but
times.
keep in mind, a Wayne and Kendrick beef is
Would be-
is going to be way different than Drake and Kendrick beef.
That'd be some great music.
Yeah.
Both sides.
Oh,
That'd
yeah.
be just-
But it could also get messy.
It could
Messy,
get
messy,
it
messy.
could, it
Yeah.
could definitely get messy.
Well, that's like going to see, like
Because
Mike Tyson and George Foreman.
then you're pissing off Birdman too, and
Mm.
Birdman he might be a terrible rapper, but he is a fucking crude businessman, and he
He'll
yeah,
squawk at you.
yeah,
Squawk.
That's fucking funny as fuck.
It's
He'll
funny.
squawk at you. Favorite song from GNX? Do you have a favorite song?
No, every time with Kendrick's albums, I'll tell you this. I have to genuinely, he's one of the few artists I have to listen to his album 3 or 4
That's
times.
what, dude. That's what I was
before
saying.
I feel
I
like
like
I'm
I like
really
it.
That's what
I
I was
like it
saying.
more the more I listen to it.
Exactly.
Well, I'm not
The
saying I
my
don't
first
like
first
it, but-
listen, I thought it was like a 5,
Mm.
and then I listened again.
still
I'm
think it's
I'm
like a
still I'm
8.
still about a 7, maybe a 7.5, but like it's quality.
Yeah, it's just one. It takes a while for me to not even like or dislike, but just set in. Like he's got with his lyrics and the way he writes and everything. I feel like it takes everybody a second to just kind of fully get the full
Reincarnated
or get
is
the full
pretty
understanding.
fucking good. That song he sampled a Tupac song on
Was it?
that. Yeah,
That's what that was.
yeah.
I was sitting there during that, and I could not
Which Tupac song?
think of it.
I'd have to figure it out, but yeah, it's definitely a Tupac song.
Mm.
And then they sampled Nas on "Man at the Garden."
Mm.
That was One Mic by Nas, that he sampled. Dope album, dope project. Not his best work, not his second best work, but it's pretty good. So
Word.
Mad City's always been my favorite album.
Good-
of
oh,
Kendrick's.
Pyros and Crips
all
all
got
got
along.
along. They probably got me down by the end of the song. Seems like the whole city go against me. Every time I'm in the street, I hear
yeah, yeah.
Bow down.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna keep going.
Where are you from? What?
Keep it
Where you
going.
from?
All right, word. I think Hey Now is still my favorite on it.
That's a good song.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
It's a good
Already.
song.
Gloria is pretty good too, and Heart Part 6 I enjoy. Heart Part 6 is probably his most marketable song. That might be like a radio hit.
Mm.
But yeah, let's keep it going.
Biggest inspiration as a comedian.
I'm honestly gonna say it's the psychological fascination that I have with communication that has been my biggest probably drive and inspiration with stand up. And that's why I've always been fascinated about stand up to begin with. And what kind of got me into sales too is just the science behind communication and why when you're on stage and you're telling this joke here, when you say and or you also, it's 2 different words, but that one single word, just switching it up there gives it a little bit of a different tweak and it lands more when you say it like that. Or it's interesting, it just gives you a weird peek into the human mind and how communication affects that.
Sure.
I would go around doing my alcoholic mom joke and people would not laugh unless I was smiling. If I did not smile while I was delivering that punchline, they'd be
It
really
wouldn't- it
worried
wouldn't
about
hit.
me. Yeah. They would
Like,
look
it's more
like, oh dear
sad than
God.
funny.
But if I'm just throwing on this smile, just this right here, which is not like a super serious smile. It's kind of a fake smile. They would laugh.
Everything's cooked.
If we're gonna talk about comedians specifically, I would have to say Bill Burr would probably be my biggest, just because the time he was coming up and the age I was at.
Bill Burr is great.
Yeah, watching him do stand up is definitely what made me want to do stand up.
One of my closest friends, he's a big fan of Bill Burr.
Oh, Bill Burr's great. His writing is amazing. Yeah, but he does it so well. He's got that way of doing it that you sit there and you go, I want to do that. Then you go out to do it and you're like, I'm never gonna do that.
You're right. It's harder than you think.
Yeah,
True.
it's like getting into golf because of Tiger Woods. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like-
That's a good way to
Like,
put it.
I want to swing like that. You get out there on the field and you're doing it over and over, and you're like, I'm never gonna swing like that.
So you wanted us to finish a joke for you,
Yeah,
but unfortunately, I
That's
heard
okay
it.
if
I
you-
heard it once, and then it disappeared. And
I saw that
I think we should. That's one we should maybe prep a little bit.
yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
for.
in the
The-
future.
But I will give you an opportunity to tell another joke if you got
I've got a whole list. As you
one. Yeah,
can
go
see.
ahead. Go ahead. Tell
I
another
need
one.
to try and do this like shadow show business stuff. We got a list.
Let's go.
Little peek behind the curtain there. The only thing, well, a wise man once told me the only thing to regret in life is not moving forward. And that really made me take a step back and think. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, you want to tell that again? I didn't get the.
You didn't get. I'll put more emphasis on the words. All right. A wise man once told me the only thing to regret in life is not moving forward. And that really made me take a step back and think.
Gotcha. Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotcha.
That one-
I heard what you said, but I didn't know that. I thought there was more to it.
That one was pretty dry.
Yeah.
This one is interesting, which I think will lead to some interesting conversation here.
Okay, let's go.
But it is legit. I was listening to a military podcast, right? And this military veteran, was talking about his experience in the military. And he was talking about he's pretty high up there. He's talking about over the last 18 years, all right, every time the US has ran a simulated war game against China, we have lost. That's what he said on his podcast. I don't think you're supposed to be saying that out loud. All right. He then proceeded to say that the U.S., this is all true, the U.S. has 10 giant aircraft carriers, right, that can deploy a full air force and nukes anywhere in the world, right? And that's our main defense, especially against China. But that China has supersonic missiles that can take them out in the first 20 minutes of combat. That's what he said. Shut up, dude. Shut up.
Okay.
Stop telling everybody everything,
It's
man.
dry snitching on the fucking.
Yeah.
On the military.
Shut up, bro.
Yeah.
And then a friend of mine told me, I was talking about this with a friend, and he was like, well, you know what? To be honest, China, if that is the case, China probably already knows that. And I was like, well, I didn't. I don't want to know that.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
I like it.
Cool,
Mhm.
cool.
True shit, though. Little alarming.
That is a little alarming.
Supersonic
They
missiles.
they still don't want beef.
Yeah.
No,
They
they're
don't want
about to
the smoke.
collapse
Yeah.
as is. And that's
Yeah,
bad for
yeah.
us. I
That's
hope they don't.
that's bad for everybody.
It's
Mhm.
bad for everybody. If Russia, America, or China collapses, like that's bad for
Changes
the world
the whole
economy.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
really
that's
bad.
why Russia's not jumping into war against us, because it would destroy their country too.
Yeah.
We
But
can go band for band. Alrighty. So, next question.
Mm.
What would be your dream career, dream house / location, and car to go along
yeah,
with
what
it?
car are you parking in that driveway?
Dream careers. Dream career is obviously stand up.
Yep.
Okay.
Obviously,
I knew that.
It's a deep passion. Dream house
So,
is
so how big? What
Yeah.
style?
Dream house is in Franktown, Colorado.
Okay.
All right. There's
There's
this
like
place.
there's like 800 people there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There is this place, this really nice neighborhood where it's everybody sits on like 40,
My
60 acre
turn!
lot.
It is. You told me it was my turn.
You did that.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yo, that shit scared the fuck out of me.
I was like,
Be careful with that, bro.
yeah. That's very startling. It's my turn. All right, Chris. Jesus.
Yeah, let me
Take
go.
the spotlight. They're sitting on like 40, 50 acres out there.
Nice.
Beautiful equestrian style houses with big barns that most of which have been turned into like 12-car garages.
Nice. I get. I like
And
that. I like
that is where I would some.
How
I
big?
I
How big's
watched-
the house? How many square feet you need, or you want?
Need or want?
Want.
Want? Mm,
Money's not an object.
mm. Money is not an object.
Object. Yeah, you don't have to worry
Mm.
about it. It's not an obstacle. It's not a thought.
105 square feet.
105 square feet.
1,000.
105,000 square feet. That's
No,
all-
I'd want it.
that
It'd
is,
definitely be mansion
Yeah.
size for sure.
So like what?
Yeah.
10,000 square feet.
No, I'd want it bigger. Genuinely, probably like
10,000 is a lot, bro.
that is a lot.
That is
but
a
I
mansion.
I genuinely want probably like 30 to 40.
Okay.
Yeah,
He wants a whole ass castle.
Yeah.
Big baller brand.
and then an offset
All right.
garage. 12
What car? What is the main car that's going in that garage?
The main
that
car that's
garage?
popping in that garage. Are we talking as a daily driver? main
What,
car?
Whatever.
whatever
Or
your dream
number
car
one
is.
car.
Go ahead, put it
Oh.
in there.
That's a 65 Mustang
Okay.
right there.
Okay.
Yeah, square
okay.
back,
Square body,
square body,
skinny fat body.
So I'm gonna get some hate for that, and a lot of people love the fastback Mustang, and 65 might not be the most popular year, but there's just something about that year and that car for me. Like looking at it, I've seen a lot of them. I've been able to sit inside one. I've never driven a Mustang from that era, but I would love to. But
Nice.
the 65 is just so beautiful. It's a little more squared off, like a little more sharp edges. I like that.
Okay.
I do.
Word.
Cool.
That's nice. Second car is gonna be a 90 Supra for sure.
Fair enough.
So like the Supra from Fast and Furious, the orange one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not gonna be orange like that, but yeah.
That's in my top 5
Yeah.
cars. Like,
Super
but we're not gonna do that right now.
Supra?
Yeah. To Jay-Z.
Mm. Mm.
Most memorable moment or thing about Thanksgiving.
Mm.
What you got?
I'd have to go with two
Go ahead.
memorable things. One, we had cousins and uncles visiting that we hadn't seen in like 10 years, so I barely even knew them. They had seen me when I was 3 years old, and we're all hanging out, having a great time. It's one of the best Thanksgivings I ever remembered for a while there, except for one moment. We had designated certain rooms in the house for adults and children, like the kids. And I'm like 6, 7 this time. In the kids' room, we had a TV, one of those big, fat fucking TVs, the old school ones. It's not
Oh,
a flat screen.
The
The
big
one with
backs.
the depths. Yeah, the big back.
The DLPs,
Yeah, the bottom body.
the bottom body.
Yeah. And that was sitting up on like this stool chair. And
Big back.
yeah. My parents hadn't seen these guys in so long. They were having a few drinks. Everybody was having a great time. It had gotten so loud. They were partying so hard in the living room, just listening to music, jamming out. And the kids were all in there, and you couldn't hear anything from the other rooms in the house. And I scooched this TV a little bit because I wanted it to face the where I was sitting a little more. So I was standing there. The chair comes to here on me. I'm scooting this fat fucking TV right here. And I scoot the TV off the chair on accident, and it falls on my face. And it pinches my face like that. And I'm just standing there because it crunches my spine, and I'm just stuck in this like weird U shape.
And I know that if I move, I'm going to do some serious damage. But if I just stay right there, I can kind of hold things. Like, but this TV is really getting close to collapsing my spine. And I was screaming and crying for 45 minutes because nobody.
With the TV on top of you?
With the TV on.
No one can.
I'm like, I'm standing like this. Right? And here's the thing to know: when something's crushing you like this, do that for me real quick and try and scream, because it's really hard to get a deep breath when you're like this and going for 45 minutes, dude. Tears coming down my face. My brother came in, immediate laughter on his face.
I would have laughed at you too.
Yeah, because he comes in, the first thing he sees is my face half smushed and me going. So that's a pretty memorable Thanksgiving for me.
Do you want to share one, Chili?
Oh shoot! So can I back it up real quick?
Yeah.
I'll go real quick. As far as dream career, house, location, and car. So it's tough. So career, podcaster, or professional poker player. I love poker.
Love it.
I need to
Love
play
it.
it more. Location, Miami penthouse, or in Colorado, since I love Colorado. It doesn't even have to be a mansion, just like a large, almost cabin like with a bunch of glass windows so you see the snow coming down and the fireplace and it's a vibe.
Love it.
And then vehicles, I'd have to go Rolls-Royce Cullinan, and that's the one someone else drives and I just lounge in the back and chill, or a Bugatti Chiron, Super Sport 300, the fastest vehicle ever produced. That's what I would drive. So
Okay.
I just wanted to share
I like
that.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it.
Nice,
Nice
and quick.
I'll share one off the top of my dome too. Then fuck it, let's do it. All right. Dream career, podcaster / rapper. I don't want to be a car salesman for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And if any of the managers are in the chat right now, sorry, that's just not what I want to do.
Double down.
I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. Definitely not as a sales guy.
I doubt the managers do too.
Yeah. But anyways, dream house. I think I'll probably copy you in the sense that I'd have something in Miami. I wouldn't be a penthouse. I'd have a mansion on like an intercoastal, so you have access to the ocean. You know, you can just have a boat.
No, that's fair.
You know,
No, that's
take
fair.
off. You know, and head out to the ocean, fish, go on a booze cruise, whatever.
Booze
Worried
cruise.
about like tsunamis and all that at all?
Well, you don't have tsunamis in Florida.
Hurricane?
We have
I mean, I guess
hurricanes.
you could have a tsunami in Florida.
We don't, because tectonic plates. You don't have any.
I-
You don't have
I get it.
earthquakes. If you don't have earthquakes, you don't have.
Well, I mean, if a
tsunamis.
meteor came and hit the ocean, then you'd have.
Like-
tsunami.
Okay,
So,
bro.
yeah,
That's fucking.
Well,
just-
that's one of the there's like 3 things that could cause a tsunami,
And that's
one.
one. Let's not forget, like, Florida just recently got hit with a hurricane, right?
A couple.
Like 3.
Yeah. Well, no, it was the one, and it just did like 3 passes.
Yeah,
on it.
that's why That's why
It's
I have
gnarly.
a second house in Colorado, and I
Exactly.
fucking bounce.
That's fair, but what happens if you're there when you're supposed to be bouncing?
What if the
Well,
sky bursts
well,
into flames and your nose falls off?
The,
Like,
the cool thing about hurricanes, unlike tornadoes, unlike earthquakes, you get a fair warning. You know,
Very true.
to get you get an evacuation warning, and you bounce, or you put
Fair.
up shutters and whatever.
You have
It is what it
insurance.
is.
And
You
you're
have
ground.
insurance. I'm not worried
Didn't
about
insurance say they weren't going to be insuring people for hurricanes in
it.
Florida anymore?
It's not. I mean, there's going to be some company. All they're
That's
doing, all they're
obvious.
doing is making it for one company to make all the fucking
it's
dough.
going to be expensive,
they do
but
that.
people will pay it.
They have
Yeah,
no
it's
choice.
fucked.
Fair
enough.
So yeah, super modern, fucking white modular. Like, I don't know. That's just my. I like the modern look. Big windows,
Mhm.
tall
want-
ceilings.
I like the big windows.
Minimalistic, but like on the water. You have an infinity pool, so it
Oh,
looks like
fuck
it
yeah.
goes right into the water.
Hell yeah.
Fire. That's the house.
Mm.
The car I'm parking at that bitch.
Because it's so modern, are you going garage underground underneath the house?
You can't go
It's in
underground in
Florida. It's
Florida,
at
bro.
Florida.
Our
Oh,
water
that's
table's
right,
at
that's
3
true,
feet,
that's
bro.
true.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
there's no.
You go in Atlantis
Yeah,
garage,
yeah.
underground,
Yes,
underneath the house.
That's where my submarine is.
Oh, shit, no shit, fumble.
Party foul. Hey, hey, it never touched the ground, bro.
Well,
That's not a
okay.
fumble.
Well, did it spill?
the beer did.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The whole beer didn't fall. I bobbled it. I caught it. Didn't fumble. Fuck you.
I just grabbed this
That's
drink,
right.
pour it on the ground. I'm like, I didn't fumble.
Oh,
Oh, you gotta
I've
get
had
it
a couple.
together.
I got it.
Gotta
I'm
get
gonna get it together. I promise.
All right.
The car I'm
cars.
parking in that bitch. I'm gonna give you two just because you gave two. I'm gonna do a 1967 Impala, black like the one from Supernatural.
Okay.
I want everything on the exterior to be original. I want nothing on the inside to be original. I want it to be modernized.
Yeah.
I want Apple CarPlay, Android Auto.
I like all that, but I like to like mesh that with the old school style. So like the upholstery and everything.
I don't care about the
Original.
upholstery. I'm talking about I better have heated seats.
Mm.
I better have fucking
Bluetooth.
Apple CarPlay, a dope ass sound system,
Yeah.
a supercharged engine. Like I want it to be gangster. I want power steering. I don't want to fucking struggle to
do
fucking
this in the
turn.
winter.
I already got a fucking beater car that I use that fucking might as well have no power steering.
Mm.
But yeah, and then my second car would probably be a Phantom, Rolls-Royce Phantom.
Solid choice.
But yeah,
Solid choice.
there we go. Most memorable moment Thanksgiving.
Nothing comes to mind in particular.
So I'll say something. I don't know if I have an exact moment, but man, I miss my mom. She had a lot of shortcomings, and it, it was rough. It was rough. Drugs are terrible. But for somehow, some way, she got it together on Thanksgiving, cleaned up, and food was amazing, and everyone was happy. And her mac and cheese was fucking fire. Absolutely fucking fire. Mine's better, but it was fire.
Jalapeno bacon.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. But I model my mac and cheese after her, and actually my stepmom's mac and cheese. They both make similar macs. So yeah, I miss my mom and how she felt so important on those days, and her confidence was peaking when she was, and I was in the kitchen. My fat ass was helping her and picking at stuff and tasting stuff, and I miss that. I miss my mom, and that's what I got for a moment
God
from
bless.
Thanksgiving. R.I.P. Mom.
Word. Nice, man.
Yeah.
What are you thankful for?
Marshall. No, what are you thankful for, Marshall? Ain't no one thankful for that nigga. He's thankful that I just called him a nigga. Don't say anything. Do not reply.
What are you thankful for?
I wasn't gonna say this,
Don't
say
but
it.
now I'm gonna say it.
Don't you dare.
I'm thankful for my mom.
Oh,
When as well, like my mom went through, like, has her issues as well. You bringing up yours like does shine on that even when your parents can kind of struggle from time to time, they do come through in certain moments, and I'm thankful for those moments.
Yeah.
And you bringing up yours with your mom does make me think of
Can
that. And that's
relate.
nice. Yeah, makes you focus more on the positive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do anything. I would do anything to just talk to her again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
So,
Well-
is she still around?
Yeah, it makes me think, I haven't talked to mine as much.
Build
And even though things are
Yeah.
rough, like
bro.
I should reach out more probably.
If I can give you any advice, shit changes in a second, bro.
Mm-hmm.
She was fine. I was getting ready to go see her 2 weeks or 3 weeks before she passed away, and or like from when she passed away. And I had FaceTimed her 3 days beforehand. And thank God we prepared our relationship before she passed away.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it happened out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, I get a call from my brother. Then I ignore ignore him. Then my other brother calls.
Mm-hmm.
I ignore him. Then my third brother called. Then I'm like, I should probably pick this up. And I'm thinking in my head, my grandmother died because my grandmother was in hospice.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. And my brother's terrible. That motherfucker didn't. He didn't say. He didn't say, "Hey, are you somewhere cool? Are you driving?" This motherfucker said, "Mom's dead." That's how he starts it, bro. Like terrible. But like all I gotta say is just take the time that you have.
Appreciate those you got when you got them.
You know,
Yeah.
she may have her faults. Try to help her through those faults. Understand that you can't, if she's gonna keep making those mistakes, you know, you don't have to support those mistakes, but you still should try your hardest to have a relationship.
It doesn't mean you can't have some sort of connection. Yeah. And that's what I'm gonna say. I'm thankful for you talking about your mom
Bringing
like
that
that.
up. Word.
Got you, bro.
And Chris really thought
That's
I was gonna
awesome.
go somewhere negative with that, and that's just shameful.
Not really. I mean, I think we all did. Yeah, similar vibes. Thankful for friends, family, God, second chances.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big thing as well. You know, Kansas City Chiefs football as well has been pretty good. So
I'm thankful that one day Patrick Mahomes is not going to play football anymore, and Chris is going to be back to the 10-year losing streak that the Chiefs had
Never
before
know.
then.
Something I'm
No,
thankful for. Absolutely fucking nothing. No, I'm just playing. I'm thankful for just drawing breath, bro, and being able to do things that I enjoy. I may not be able to do all the things I enjoy, but you know, and then family and friends, the relationships I have and the friendships I have are just, they're beautiful and they're growing, and there's a bright future ahead. I may be 36, but there's so much life left of things for me to experience with those people that I love and care about, and I'm incredibly thankful, and I'm thankful for crypto.
Yeah.
There you go.
coming up.
I'm thankful that life isn't as bad as it could have been. You can continue.
I'm thankful for you too, TD, bro. You
I don't know the chat up, but thankful for everyone that fell along for sure.
Yeah, I should have mentioned that. I mean, we spend more time with them than our family. So I mean, you know, there's mentorship there. There's you know,
Bunch of laughs.
The car business is such a unique industry. Like they talk shit about like, oh, in a real job, they have some right. They're kind of right, because like we have some freedoms that real jobs don't have. I mean, it is a real job, but like
what?
You could just bounce in the middle of the day, and you know, no one's gonna know what you did.
Sure.
You know, we talk shit, we TikTok, and then we also have the ability to make a boatload of money.
Sure.
Love you too, TD.
Yeah, cool. Absolutely.
So thankful for Phil.
Do we have you got one for Marshall on the outro?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. All right, so, and this one might apply to you too. So I'm gonna ask you, have you watched Breaking Bad?
Mm-hmm.
Both of you? Cool. Have you watched Game of Thrones?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Cool. Have you watched Ozark?
No.
A little bit. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I was assuming that you saw Ozark is like the Breaking Bad.
That's what I hear. I might have watched.
It's like the white collar version of Breaking Bad.
I wouldn't call it white collar. Like it's just kind of like the same tones. Just
Same tones, but you're following. I mean, he operates more on that side, I would say for sure.
I mean, there's still
I've only seen a little bit.
Cartels. You're still dealing with the Mexican cartels. All right, I gotta make a pivot. I gotta pick a different villain. Okay, cool. You seen Mean Girls?
Yes.
Yeah, I just watched that actually.
Okay, Regina George. You know who she is? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Delete one, smash one, marry one.
Okay.
Skylar from Breaking Bad.
Mhm.
Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
And Regina George.
I'm killing fucking Skylar. Or, I'm sorry. I'm deleting fucking Skylar. That's for damn sure. For damn sure.
It was better. It was better when it was.
I'm marrying Cersei because she has all the power,
Power,
and then
yeah.
I'm smashing Regina George. Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
it. I like it. What you got?
Similar, but a little different. I'm gonna marry Regina George and smash Cersei.
She'll probably kill you afterwards.
Delete you.
Delete you afterwards.
Nah, if I do it good enough, if I do a good job, she'll be merciful.
You won't.
I believe in myself, but I just feel like
Let's do it, TD.
I feel like I would be able to live with Regina George a little bit better than Cersei, because if you're gonna marry Cersei, dude,
I think I'm gonna have to.
you've seen her in that show.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with him. Though.
Yeah, if you,
Really?
Like
if you just
I get
smash Cersei,
your logic though. You have a good logic.
you have good logic, but like she's got all that power.
I get. Yeah.
But here's the other thing: she's got all that power. Like,
I
you
know,
see what
yeah.
I'm saying?
It's
Like,
only a matter of time.
Cersei's a brother fucker.
yeah,
So,
she's
like-
a brother fucker. So she
Fair.
probably won't even
I
like you
wasn't
to
thinking
begin
of
with.
that when.
So if she's just smashing,
She's a
then
brother.
she's just getting some stuff out.
So
of it.
I really wanted to do that with Wendy Bird from Ozark.
Mhm.
She's got Skylar-esque
I'm deleting
vibes.
her too. Yeah,
Yeah.
she is.
She's a
She
cunt.
is. Ooh, yeah.
Capital C.
You can't say. You have to say delete, but you're like cunt. That's not a problem.
I'm not the
Yeah,
algorithm,
yeah,
bro.
that's-
What is up with the
My
algorithm?
name's
is
not
what I wanna know.
Algae Rhythm. All right, you know.
Just doesn't make any sense to me.
That's wild. We gotta get TD on the podcast.
Delete
No, we
this
really
cunt.
do. We really do
I
gotta
would-
get TD on the
A
podcast.
little whiskey,
Mm.
TD on the podcast. That'd be a
if
good vibe.
TD comes on the podcast, we gotta get the double oak Woodford.
The double oaked, absolutely,
Mm.
absolutely. All righty,
What
Take us
else we
home.
got here?
closing out. So words of wisdom from me today. Really comes from a motivational video. I don't remember who said it exactly. I'll make sure if it gets clipped that I put that in there. But to be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. And so basically what I get from that quote is, there's a lot of stuff, you wake up, oh, I got to eat better, I got to work out, I got to stop doing this, I got to get off this addiction, so on and so forth. It's to actually do it and to put it into practice, not just think about it. And so that the motivational video, again, it's a super good one on YouTube. I'll have to maybe tag it, but yeah, to be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become.
I take that as like a lot of people focus on their own mistakes a lot, quite frequently too,
Yeah.
and hold on to that. And a lot of people also hold on to like, I failed at this before, so I'll probably fail again. So it's kind of like you have to forget about your mistakes. Like you have to learn from them, but forget
Sure.
them in order to become who you
That's
are.
definitely part of it.
Yeah,
I dig it.
or who you should be.
I dig it. That's a dope one.
I like that.
Alrighty.
You want it? I got a
Hour
quote for
42.
you.
Go ahead.
No, I'm kidding.
Do you have any plugs? Do you want to?
Yep.
Do you
Nope.
wanna
Any tours coming up?
Share
No
anything?
tours coming up. I'll plug something when it comes up. Yeah.
Cool. Just let us know, man.
All right. This is the Awesome Life podcast. Oh,
Yeah.
before we go,
Tune in Saturday.
we tune in Saturday.
We're going back to back.
We have very special guest. Not to say you're not very special.
He's extra special.
You're extra special. We have
I'm
a-
special.
special Marshall. We have a very special guest that I met at Lupe Fiasco concert.
Mm.
His name's Jude LaRue.
What's so special?
Jude LaRue. He's a dope rapper.
What? And I'm not special.
I didn't.
Extra special.
You're
What
special.
makes-
Special
What
education.
makes him more special?
I said we have a very special. You could be very special.
I
too.
say this is
It's
Anyway,
really crass.
anyways,
lacking
Jude
in
LaRue,
honor.
he's going to be on the
Yes.
next episode. He's going to spit some bars for you.
Look forward to that for sure.
It's gonna be a good time, and tune in, turn up. We'll be back in a couple days. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Happy Thanksgiving.
I am Mr. Phoenix.
Hey, we're chilling.
This is the Awesome Life Podcast.
Yo.
And we're gonna grind to the sun up, sun up. All we wanna do is turn up, turn up. And we're gonna grind to the sun up, sun up. All we wanna do is turn up, turn up. And we're gonna grind to the sun up, sun up. All we wanna do is turn up, turn up. And we're gonna grind to the sun up, sun up. All we wanna do is turn up.